He's in there with these people. Like, look, he got airmen and aliens and gorillas and Pirates of the Caribbean, and there's probably somebody in an ape suit. There might actually be a live gorilla. It is a gorilla. No one knows.
Bella's in there.
Bless his heart. We love him. Raiders fans, I believe, as they're known.
Yes, sir.
They're a special breed, and they were celebrating on what, again, could be the last ever night game. Through the years, this team has been great in prime time. This was a hard-fought divisional game. Back into the AFC playoff picture, pretty soft. Somebody's going to get in. I'll say it one last time. It's the final scheduled primetime game. We could flex into something. You never know. Let's just say that this is it. Phillip Rivers up top, picked. Already had been picked once. Erik Harris. There's a flag. There was a low hit on Rivers, but the flag was picked up. It was ruled the defender was blocked into Rivers. Only the second time he's thrown a pick in the first 2 drives of the game. And the Raiders pick a 10-0 lead. It was a statistical anomaly in the first half. Because of the couple of picks and that touchdown, the Raiders didn't have the ball a ton. The Chargers are dominating in first downs and times of possession. And now they're within 3 after, watch the spike. Oh, Hunter Henry spiked himself in the face. A 16-play drive makes it 10-7. We're 10-7, late second, and another pick. Picked off here. There's a flag. Erik Harris thinks he's got the 3rd interception of the game. But Oakland was offsides. Back-to-back offsides, I believe it was, on that drive, which was very helpful. And then you've got Melvin Gordon, and he's looking like Melvin Gordon. Fresh legs, and that is a strong young man. And now the Chargers are in front 14-10. Here come the Raiders trying to get in before halftime and take the lead. Alec Ingold out of the backfield, another flag. There were lots of them, but this one was against the Chargers. Raiders retake the lead 17-14. Fourth quarter, Chargers down 3. We're about halfway through the final quarter. That was a 2nd and 15. Rivers finds Keenan Allen. He had 8 grabs, 68 yards. In their close 2nd and goal, Austin Eckler, such a weapon in the passing game. Yet another flag. Thought maybe offensive PI. No. Holding on the Raiders. Touchdown stands. Raiders at the 2-minute warning. Trying to get down there. Field goal doesn't know. Hunter Renfrow, this guy out of Clemson, he's become a trustworthy receiver. Had 4 grabs for 42 yards. 3rd and 1. Here comes the rookie. And they've got a lot of talented rookies. The rookie out of Alabama finds the end zone. Josh Jacobson puts the Raiders ahead. Now, this is baffling to me. 4th and 10. There's a flag against the Raiders. You've got Eckler. You've got 3 timeouts. You could throw underneath. Rivers kept taking deep shots. I mean, I get that the refs are flag happy in the NFL, but again, use the middle of the field. Throw underneath. Here they actually try to hit Henry, who they forgot about after the first half. He didn't catch another ball after that touchdown. It's 4th and 10 again, and you need either a bailout on a flag, go underneath. No, Rivers takes a shot downfield, and he's picked again, this time by Carl Joseph. The 3rd pick that stood, and the Raiders, who had, by the way, missed the extra point, which meant that a field goal would have beat them, they stand tall. And their coach celebrate.
Coach, obviously an emotional win, but you have to rethink your post-game celebration of the Wild in the black hole.
No, I never rethink that. Every win, I'm going down there. I got face paint all over me. I got to see some costumes I have not seen before at any football games. Awesome.
The play calls on the last drive, what was going on there? What were you guys trying to do?
I was trying to move the ball down the field. You know, we needed to score. And they did a heck of a job. They locked us up. And I think we had 8 shots. I don't think we gained 1 yard. So, you know, we put ourselves in position to win at the end. We didn't stop anybody, and we didn't make any plays on offense. Just disappointing.
They sure didn't. And you take a look at the playoff picture, and this is what I'm talking about. You've got the Raiders now, and the Steelers, give them a ton of credit. They fought hard with backup quarterbacks. They won with a 3rd stringer over the Chargers on the road. They're in the picture, but the Raiders now at 5-4. The Colts sit at 5-3 after their loss to Pittsburgh last week, and the Bills have played well. Only a couple losses on the year. Damian Woody alongside, and I'm going to get to that playoff thought in a minute. But I just am curious, as you watch, and I always defer, like, I watch a lot of football. I think I understand the game. You played the sport. Were you as baffled as I was by the play selection that the Chargers had over the course of that last drive, down by just 2 when a field goal wins the game?
Yeah, usually the goal is, okay, have a route that someone's getting to the sticks. Everything was Phillip Rivers just chucking the ball down the field like he was hoping for the refs to bail him out. And a lot of times it was like double coverage out there.
You got Eckler, who is such a weapon out of the backfield. You've got Henry, who's a weapon in the passing game as a tight end. You can maybe find a favorable matchup. And, I mean, it feels like a lot of times the defense will give you that 5 yards. He wasn't even looking to take 5 yards. It was 20, 30-yard chunks.
Yeah, and it was real baffling because they had their full allotment of timeouts.
All 3.
And, again, you had Eckler, who's just a matchup nightmare in the passing game. Hunter Henry underneath. You looking for yards after the catch, but everything was deep down the field, and it's mind-boggling.
And again, because of the missed extra point, a field goal would have won the game. And the Chargers, God knows, every week it's not just a coin flip, not a one-score game, often a 1 or a 2-point game. And as we watch this game, I told you what I wanted to talk about in this space. Somebody's coming out of this, and they're going to be in the playoff picture. And the question is, do you buy them? Do you buy the Raiders as you witness them, as they're constructed at the moment, as a team worthy of being considered for the playoffs?
Listen, you are what your record says you are right now, 5-4. I mean, when we look at the Raiders, their schedule coming up, they have a legit opportunity to be in there because the AFC is watered down. I mean, think about it. It is so top-heavy between the Patriots, Ravens, and the Chiefs. What else is going on in the AFC?
And they got the tiebreaker of the Colts because they beat them in Indy.
That's correct.
But the thing is, you're a kind man, and so your hesitation.
I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
I'm not buying Derek Carr.
Okay.
Okay. We had this conversation between Derek Carr and Phillip Rivers. I'd take Phillip Rivers in the playoffs.
I would too. That's why the end of the game was so strange to me. But Carr to you leaves you wanting because what? What is it you don't see from him in moments where you want to see something?
Well, there was one play in particular where the Raiders on the 5-yard line, and the whole offensive line had the Chargers defense just jammed up, and he literally could have ran it into the end zone, and he just stood by there. I'm like, where's the moxie? I run that in. Like, those are the type of plays that I would like to see from Derek Carr, where you just gotta take risks, you gotta take chances, sacrifice your body sometimes. That's the thing. Those are the type of plays that make me skeptical of Derek Carr.
And yet, they got a ton of young talent. I think that for as long as they've been a punchline, that you are what your record says. They're 5-4. That you are who your schedule is coming up, and it's pretty gettable at least in the next couple of weeks. Meanwhile, the Chargers, another close loss, and after the game, Phillip Rivers talking about exactly what I was curious about, that end of the game drive.
Phillip, can you take us through that final drive? What happened there?
We had 8 snaps and with no yards, with 0 yards. Sums it up.
Okay, good talk. Are they? I never bury them because they're them. 4 and 6. I mean, as weak as the back end is, were we throwing dirt on the Chargers?
I mean, it's getting close right now. It's getting, again, the AFC it's not over in the AFC.
Right.
It's just not over. I mean, look, outside the Patriots, everyone is kind of hovering around 6-2, Steelers 4-4.
Right.
So I'm not ready to throw dirt on the Chargers right now. Not with Phillip Rivers and the talent that they have on their roster.
I agree.
But it's getting real close right now.
We're going to go find us a shovel somewhere because at some point you're going to wake up, it's going to be Christmas, and we'll be running out of games. Salute to the Raiders. They got the victory. Damien, appreciate your time.
Yep.
All right, more